It's time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. Dangerous widespread flash flooding from excessive rainfall is expected across New England. The highest risk for Vermont, with expected impacts to transit routes. Severe thunderstorms bringing in heavy rain are also possible from the Central Plains into the Midwest. Excessive heat will persist for southern Florida and portions of the desert Southwest and southern High Plains. Close to home, a heat advisory will be in effect for all of the lowland locations, with an excessive heat warning for the El Paso area through Thursday. There is also going to be a continued chance for afternoon and evening showers and storms with gusty winds and brief heavy rain as the main threats. The greatest storm coverage looks to be around midweek. We're going to have another look at the weather following this news. As a reminder, the City Commission is having their meeting tonight at 6:30, and on Thursday, the Otero County Commission is having their regular meeting beginning at 9 a.m. We'll bring you some audio from these meetings the day after the meeting occurs. Well, this coming Saturday is the District 5 cleanup.
It is a good time to talk about the cleanup that is going to be happening on July the 15th, Saturday. We're going to start off at 7 a.m. in the morning, and we're going to conclude about 12 o'clock in the afternoon. District 5 City Commissioner Sharon McDonald speaking with Crazy Radio. So where does someone get more information, Commissioner? They can dial my number, which is 575-446-9910.
A wonderful event for a beautiful city. There's going to be a rubber duck race coming up in Tularosa. We spoke with Jennifer Gruger.
So the Tularosa Arts and History Council and the Tularosa Community Ditch Corporation are co-hosting a family event on Saturday, July 29th, and it will take place at the St. Francis de Paula Fiesta Grounds in Tularosa's historic district, starting from 11 and going until 5. In addition to the duck race, there will be live music, food trucks, games for the kids, and they should plan to get wet. We have some fun games planned, demonstrations, and then educational information on water preservation and how the Tularosa ditch system works.
Lots going on, but let's hear about the ducks.
What you do is you basically rent a duck, I guess, $5 per duck, or $25 for a six-quack.
A six-quack.
A six-quack, yes, sir.
The ducks are stored in a bin, then dumped into the water at the beginning of the race. Lots of fun, plus music from several local artists. You can hear this interview in its entirety on the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. Well, the annual Moving Forward Christian Conference is this Thursday through Saturday in Ruidoso. We spoke with Jose Angel Garcia.
What they do is discover how to move forward and put our trust and faith in Jesus. And the theme this year is moving forward in hope and promise. They will have children to take care in the conference, and children 12 and under can go for free.
The event is put together by the Calvary Chapel New Harvest, and details are available by visiting calvarynhl.com. You can hear this interview in its entirety on the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. Kitty City and Alamogordo Animal Control will be having an adoption event this Saturday.
Kitty City will be at the mall all the Saturdays of July at the White Sands Mall from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Kathy Denton from Kitty City speaking with Crazy Radio. News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
The Alamogordo Center of Commerce presents the third annual Tularosa Basin Open Golf Tournament, Saturday, August 26th at Desert Lakes Golf Course, featuring celebrity guest John Carlos. Contact the Center of Commerce today to sponsor our guest speaker, breakfast and lunch, golf handbag, and more. Golfers, call Desert Lakes at 575-439-0290 to secure your spot in the four-man scramble best ball tournament. See you on the green.
AlamogordoTownNews.com is a locally owned website featuring local news matters from a local perspective that affects you, and we bring it to you directly. Plus, local sports, cultural arts, and events. Online, AlamogordoTownNews.com. Owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus. I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
Albuquerque fire rescue crews and Albuquerque police are investigating after 2 people were found dead at the scene of a house fire early yesterday morning, calling the deadly fire suspicious. Fire officials say firefighters found 2 people dead at the front door as they were working to put the fire out.
They forced the front door, found zero visibility and high heat conditions. 2 individuals were located right near the front door as we made entry. They were deceased at the time.
Lieutenant Jason Faher from the Albuquerque Fire Rescue speaking with KRQE.
The 3rd individual was located in a different part of the house.
Gilbert Gallegos with Albuquerque Police Department also spoke with the media.
There was suspicious circumstances surrounding the scene when AFR got here and put out the fire. Because of that, a homicide is investigating this as a potential homicide.
It's not yet known how those 2 people died. After the fire was put out, crews found a 3rd victim in the home. As of right now, the scene is not being called a homicide. The investigation is still ongoing. A Texas man pled not guilty after police say he shot a neighbor while arguing with his girlfriend. Elijah Young, 21, had been kept behind bars since late June. He was arrested in connection to a shooting which occurred at an Albuquerque apartment complex in early January. Young is to be held without bond and without access to the community custody program. A wildfire is currently burning in the Boot Hill of New Mexico. The kitchen fire began yesterday and has burned so far 850 acres. Like so many of you, I love to go fishing. It's good to get the fresh air, the calming effects of fishing, and you never know, you might just bring home dinner. But remember, you still have to be careful. Always clean up what you leave behind. Jim and Christina Gill had a scrawny, clearly malnourished dog enter their home about a year ago. Jim Gill spoke with KOB.
He had broken into the house when I was gone. It's under construction, so he got in, and I found him when I got home on the sofa eating an egg crate, and the kitchen was totally trashed, garbage everywhere. He split. He raced out the same way he came in.
The next day, this homeless dog did return, and this time, the Gills sensed a perfect match and didn't let him go.
He's a little chaotic, but a little bit of a pain in the neck, so he fits right in.
They named him JoJo, and he's now part of the family. He enjoys going on walks and exploring. On the 4th of July, the couple went to the river near Pilar.
We took him down to the waterfront, and within 3 minutes of arriving at the waterfront, I looked down, and he had monofilament fishing line coming out of his mouth, and he was chewing because he had been chewing in some grassy area.
Very quickly it set in what JoJo may have consumed. They took JoJo to the animal hospital in Algodones. An x-ray confirmed that JoJo did not just swallow fishing line, there was a hook in his belly. Clearly time was of the essence, so they brought JoJo to another clinic in Albuquerque so that veterinary surgeons could treat the dog. JoJo was quickly rushed into surgery as the family waited.
They called us, it was early in the morning, saying that, it was successful. We got the fishing line and the hook.
JoJo was okay and recovering just fine, but his owners have a message.
As a responsible pet owner, and I'm new pet owner, you need to be hyper vigilant. They're like infants. You got to watch them. Comb the shoreline, look for monofilament fishing line, and hooks and lures around rocks that there could have been snags. As water lines recede and the plants are still growing, that's where you're going to find this stuff. And believe me, they're going to find it.
One of the veterinarians who treated JoJo told him that this is not the first time that they've seen something like this. Dogs are prone to swallowing foreign objects, especially a hook that once had bait on it, or might still have a little bit of it. It's always a good idea to keep a close eye. Sports and weather coming up next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Volunteer with us and keep Alamogordo clean. Join the District 5 Neighborhood Cleanup Initiative. Want to help? Want to help? Fill out the waiver form by clicking the link in this social media post. Also, dump your junk. Saturday, July 15th from 7 a.m. to noon. Saturday, July 15th from 7 a.m. to noon. Start District 5's cleanup initiative by dumping trash, bulky, and unwanted items in the dumpster on the corner of 5th and Florida. Volunteer and let's keep Alamogordo clean.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, it just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
Tularosa cheerleaders are hosting a fundraiser. I spoke with Coach Samantha Chavez.
We are going to do a fundraiser for our Wildcat cheer, both middle school and high school, and it's going to kind of be our big fundraiser for the season. It's good homemade Indian taco dinner. Comes with fry bread, ground beef, pinto beans, lettuce, tomato, and cheese, and a side of homemade salsa.
You're making me hungry.
And then, I know, right? We're looking at $10 a plate. We're going to take walk-in or delivery. We'll also have some tables set up if you want to just eat there, and we'll have drinks for sale and some baked goods. We just ask that for delivery, you have a minimum of 5 orders if it's outside of Tularosa.
That seems reasonable.
Right.
That's July 28th from 10 to 6 at the Tularosa High School cafeteria. If someone needs more information, Coach, how do they get it?
They can contact myself or Coach Marujo, 575-921-8510 or 575-491-9562.
Coach Samantha Chavez from the Tularosa Public Schools. You can hear the interview in its entirety on the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. The temperatures in New Mexico and across the Southwest have already been brutal this summer, and experts are issuing warnings about heat-related illnesses. Roz Brown reports.
Stephanie Morega-McHaley with the New Mexico Department of Health says folks who go hiking often don't take enough water with them or undertake outdoor activities during the hottest part of the day. She says heat stroke is the most serious heat-related illness, which can be avoided by getting into a cool place and seeking medical help right away if you experience symptoms.
Your heart will start racing and you'll start perspiring and you'll feel extremely tired, fatigued. Your skin might be flush, but then as time progresses, your core body temperature can rise.
Eastern and southern New Mexico saw extreme temperatures last month, but Albuquerque in the north central part of the state also reported above average temperatures. The high of 97 degrees did not break the record, which was recorded on June 26, 1994, when the temperature gauge read 107 degrees, according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Older Americans are regularly warned to stay hydrated and out of extreme temps, but Morega-McHaley says it can often be younger folks between ages 15 and 24, including many out for football practice who end up needing help.
So the main age group in New Mexico that ends up in the emergency departments is the younger age groups. I think because they're outdoors or kind of feel invincible that they end up in trouble more quickly than other age groups.
She also urges folks to keep their dogs safe by walking them in the early morning or after the sun sets. Neighboring Texas has seen similar 100-degree-plus temperatures in recent weeks, shattering previous records. At least 13 people have died in Texas from the heat wave, many over age 60. 9 more people in Texas prisons have also died in facilities that lack air conditioning. I'm Roz Brown reporting.
The National Weather Service has issued a heat advisory in effect through Thursday. A heat advisory means that excessive heat will significantly increase the potential for heat-related illnesses, particularly for those working or participating in outdoor activities. Be sure to drink plenty of fluids, stay in air-conditioned rooms, stay out of the sun, and check up on relatives and neighbors. Young children and pets should never be left unattended in vehicles under any circumstances. Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny and hot with a 20% chance of showers and storms. Partly cloudy skies tonight with a 20% chance of showers and storms. Mostly sunny and hot tomorrow with a 30% chance of showers and storms. Your high today in the Basin, 100. Low tonight, 75. High tomorrow, 101. In Cloudcroft, sunny skies today with a 40% chance of showers and storms. Partly cloudy skies tonight with a 20% chance of showers and storms. Mostly sunny tomorrow with a 60% chance of showers and storms. Your high today for Cloudcroft, 79. Low tonight of 57. High tomorrow, 80 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.com, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. We've also launched the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel, which will feature our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. So that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.